What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday night, and we are Brown Sugar Confessions coming to you every Wednesday night on Power 1017. And we are super excited for a fun little kinky November show. So let's just jump on into it. By now, you know I am your resident sexologist, Doc Val, and I run a center called the Swan Center in Delaware, where I work with couples with sexual concerns and relationship concerns. If you ever want to reach out to me, you know you can reach me at Valerie@swancenter.com. But enough about all those tags. Let's go right to these beautiful co-hosts. Miss KD, what's up with you, beautiful?
Hello. So it is a wonderful day. It's almost turkey day. So just getting prepared. My oven is broke, so I'm not cooking a thing.
You're not cooking
However,
at all.
I'm not cooking. I'm not cooking a thing.
The
I
the
might I
oven
might
is
make some
broke?
greens. It's broke. It's
Broke,
broke.
broke?
So I mean broke. So we tried to fix it. My husband's very good and handy, and we tried to replace like a few elements and some wiring, and we still did not get it to work. Then he came down sick. So we just have not had time to continue to work on it. And I refuse. It's a brand new oven. I refuse to buy another oven. So
Oh
we're
no.
just we're just going to have to figure something else out. We might be barbecuing for Thanksgiving,
I'm about
y'all.
to say, they do fried turkeys up there?
There you go.
I've never fried a turkey before.
Like you can
So we'll
order
have to
that.
see.
Like Popeyes, you can order a fried turkey from Popeyes.
Ooh, I have a
It's-
problem with ordering from Popeyes.
Did you
It's
see our
really good.
faces?
Oh,
We're all
Listen,
like, ugh.
for what Popeyes does to their biscuits, their fried turkeys are actually really good.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
only saying
I'll
that
keep
from
that in mind.
experience.
Okay. All right. I feel the same way, Katie. We're both like,
Yeah, I
no.
don't know about that. I don't know about that
Bojangles,
one.
they be out here, they be trying to hit that holiday money, man. Y'all better work on that if they got one up there.
We
We
don't have
got
Bojangles here. That's a Southern thing.
What?
Yes. I think you
Another-
got to be as like far south, like well below Virginia to get a
See, it's
Bojangles.
another reason why I'm not moving above the
I
Mason
think you're right.
Dixon.
We only have what is it, Popeyes. We don't have Bojangles. Yeah.
How did
No
Popeyes
Bojangles.
make it up there, but not Bojangles? Okay, you know what?
All
That's
right,
another
enough
story.
of chicken. Let's move on. And Miss T, what's up with you?
Oh my gosh. So we're coming out of the election madness. And we're all still kind of reeling from that. I don't know if you heard, but we got another runoff. So that's another, 2 to 3 weeks of YouTube ads.
And that's in Georgia,
awful.
right?
Yeah,
Atlanta,
in
yeah.
Georgia, in Atlanta.
Mhm. Yeah,
I'm not with
I
it.
heard.
I'm not with it. We're just coming out of a hurricane or remnants of a hurricane. I'm just ready. I'm ready for Christmas lights. Actually, I'm ready for turkey. I'm ready
You're
for
ready
turkey.
for turkey.
I'm ready
Mhm.
for turkey. I am ready to make the holiday drinks.
Aha, it's that time of year, ladies and
Yes,
gents.
it's
It is
that
that
time of
time of year. Thanksmas is coming. That's what we call it at my house because we do Christmas and Thanksgiving together.
Yes,
You
Chris
know,
Mahana Kwanzaa, y'all.
oh, what? Chris Mahana? What?
What?
Mhm.
They
Chris
do
Mahana
that?
Kwanzaa, it's coming.
Oh my God, I didn't know that was a thing. But girl, I like how you that rolled off your tongue. Teresa's out doing Tracy thing, whatever that might be. So we will see her next week. We miss her as always. All right, Miss T, talk to us. What's the
So-
topic of the week, girlfriend?
Oh man, so I was rolling around Reddit the other day. I don't know if you guys have heard of this thing called Am I the A-hole?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, so the lovely people of Reddit, they have a whole thread of them, and I found one that was highly interesting. So I'm going to read it, and you give me your opinion on whether this person is the a-hole. Okay.
All right.
All right. So his brother started dating this woman. I'm gonna call her Big Swirl, just for the sake of this thing. So he's been dating her since the sixth grade. He's in his mid-20s, so they've been dating on and off. They have a pretty toxic relationship, right? This one of those, they break up, they get back together, they break up, they get back together, they break up, they get back together.
Right.
So at some point during the brothers breakup, he meets another girl, right?
Okay.
It's been 2 years since he broke up with Big Swirl. He meets this girl who's really nice. They decide to get married. Big Swirl finds out that the brother is getting married. So what happened was, I guess when the writer found out, he did not tell his brother that Big Swirl tried to contact him. Bachelor party, this, that, whatever. She tries to contact him and he's like, nah. The night of the wedding, I guess the writer it came up with a conversation that, yeah, you know, Big Swirl tried to like found out you were getting married and tried to contact you. And I was like, nah. Next thing you know, new wife finds brother in the back trying to contact Big Swirl, is blaming Ryder that he ruined his life by telling him that Big Swirl was trying to get in touch with him. Not brother, but Ryder is asking, is he the a-hole for telling his brother that Big Swirl was trying to get in touch with him before he got married? Or
wait, so it was the brother. I'm sorry. It was the brother. Sorry. It was the one who got married that got caught contacting Big Swirl.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I have an answer. Go ahead.
Is the writer the a-hole for not telling the brother that, or telling the brother that Big Swirl was trying to get with him after he got married?
I ain't got nothing. All right, Katie. I don't know who's the a-hole.
Listen, for anyone to blame the writer for what the now betrothed or the now married, the newly happily married man, he has self-control and he chose to call Big Swirl and he got caught calling Big Swirl. He probably would have done it whether or not the writer would have told him about it. So eventually his curiosity would have got the best of him. Eventually he would have been like, oh man, I didn't tell her. Let me just make sure she's cool. Let me just make sure I give her an update. And eventually something like that would have happened. He needs to take accountability for himself. It's his own fault. The writer is not the a-hole at all. I completely disagree with brother if he's trying to pin it on the writer.
I agree as well. I do not think the writer is the a-hole. No. Mainly because brother had been in and out with Big Swirl for a very long time. He knew he was getting married, so he should have either cut all that off completely.
Yep.
Like blocked her from all social media, all kinds of numbers. Told his family, if y'all know this person is trying to get with me, I'm moving on. Y'all better block them like a defensive line. But he didn't. And as soon as he realized that she was trying to reach out again, the first thing he did was go back. That's almost like a addiction. And then part of me is like, is that a kink?
Ooh.
No,
I don't think.
Because I gotta ask. I gotta ask, because think about it like this, and it's a very toxic relationship. But sometimes people get off on that. Like, is it the humiliation? Like, is it just I just gotta go back just one more time? Let me see what it's like.
I don't think we have enough info of the history of either party to call it a kink or fetish. But that's a good lead into our tonight's show there, Miss T.
I'm here for it.
So we're just going to roll it because I want to talk about it, and why not? And I feel like it. So, hey, let's just talk about kink one more time. We're going to go and talk about some extreme kinks, not your normal, like, oh, let's get a whip and let's just whip somebody.
Like, we're going beyond humiliation.
We're going way down that rabbit hole tonight and talk about some crazy kinks. And, there's a trigger warning out there. So if you got your kids, put them to bed, because, Brown Sugar, we kind of talk a little trash.
First of all, why are your kids up listening to this? It's 11 p.m. on a Wednesday. They need to be doing their homework. That's what they need to be doing.
Girl, 7 o'clock.
They need to be in bed.
So put your babies in bed, and we're going to talk about some crazy kinks. And write into us if you can identify with some of these kinks. We're not going to read out your name, but we just want to know if you have any of these fun. Well, I wouldn't say they're fun. I would say they're interesting kinks. I'm just going to leave it like that. All right. So, we talked about in Kinktober, like the difference between a kink and a fetish, right? So just to make sure that everyone's on the same page, I'm going to read it right off of the Wikipedia dictionary thing. That way, everyone's the same right now. Kink is anything. Yes, right. Kink is anything that veers away from the normal or expected sexual path. It's used to describe things that are of a particular sexual curiosity and interest someone. That is a kink. A fetish is concentrated an object or body part. Like latex leather, it could be a kink. But if you have a concentration with that latex leather on a foot, then you might have a fetish and a kink. So you can get fetishes and kinks, but that should just give you a really quick and easy way to understand fetish and kink.
It's like
Fetish
that
is
one
an
thing we used to
object.
say.
Yeah.
All kinks are fetishes, but not all fetishes are kinks.
We're going to talk about some crazy kinks and fetishes, extreme ones. All right, extreme. I'm going to put up on the website. I want you guys to take a look at it. But there's a test that was done by a sex therapist. And there's a simple quiz that she wrote. And I thought was pretty cool. I'm going to read it to you. This will help you understand if you have a fetish. Okay. So it's only 3 parts. The first question: am I aroused by a thing or action? Do I need to be present to be aroused?
Does a thing need to be present to be
Do
aroused?
I, the person, does the person need to be present to be aroused? Do
I don't
I
understand that question.
Yeah, I get it. Do I need to be present to be aroused?
Like the person with the thing that you want.
Right.
Okay.
I think. Can I enjoy solo sex without it being present? If you answered 2 yeses, if you answered to 2 items is yes and 3 items no, then you have a fetish. On the other hand, if you answered to no and yes to 2 items, 2 and 3, then you have a kink. So y'all don't have to say it on the air, but I know my own personal numbers. We're going to post it. We're going to put it on TikTok. I'm kind of curious at how many people have a kink or fetish. I don't know how.
Can you read the questions one more time?
Yes. Am I aroused by a thing or action?
Okay.
Do I need to be present to be aroused?
Okay.
Can I enjoy solo sex without it being present? They're thinking. Y'all should be on YouTube because they're all their eyes are rolled up in their heads.
I'm trying to make sure I understand the questions because I'm like, I'm either getting a 2 out of 3 or a 1 out of 3 for yes, and I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, when we post it, Miss T, take a look at it, write it out, and let us know. Yeah.
I think I just need to actually physically.
Yeah, you need to read it, right? Anyway, we're going to post it on TikTok under Doc Val and Nefertiti. So go there, take a look at my TikTok. And of course, go to YouTube at Brown Sugar Confessions and let us know how you rank on this test. Because talk about some fun things and let's go there. The first kink. Now, this is not so extreme, though. I think a lot of people have this hosiery. That's a pretty common one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like when you want to wear pantyhose or fishnets, right? You're just very attracted to those kind of things. That's a pretty simple one.
But do you have to have them to rub on and smell though?
Yes, that's the thing, right?
That's where it gets interesting.
Exactly. You have to go back to 1, 2, and 3 and answer the question. Another one, it's not so extreme, but maybe golden showers. You think about it.
I got arrested over that.
All right, here's another one. Cuckolding.
Now explain that one. That one.
Okay. Now this one is really common with men. It is about being turned on by your partner having sex with someone else, either in front of you or away from you, and relying details at a later date. That's what the dictionary says. I'm going to break it down. It's like you want to see your partner get on with somebody else, or you want your partner to go do the deed with somebody else and come back and give you every little juicy detail of it.
It's kind of like voyeurism, ain't it?
No, not really. And we're going to talk about the difference in it a little later on, what the voyeur is. But no, it's a little different. A kink that I know a lot of people are into is cockholding. And even some famous people that you might have heard from, all over the world. I can think of a couple right now, what they're into that kind of kink.
I wonder
I don't think it's an
why.
extreme one, but I do think that is more common than not, though.
I think a lot of people won't
Interesting.
admit to it.
I think so too. I think there's a lot of shame around that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here is one that I thought sounded kind of interesting: financial domination.
Femdoms are a big deal now.
It's a big thing, right? There's a
It's a
whole
big
community of femdoms. It is often a fetish, but it also can be a kink. It involves giving over total control over one's finances to someone else, or being kept on a strict budget, or being ordered to purchase certain things. I think that one is real common. I really
What?
do.
That's a lot more common.
Seriously?
I kind
do.
of want to know, where do all the femdoms hang out?
Is there a femdom university?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is.
Exactly.
I feel like there is, but like, how does that work? We gotta find a femdom to talk.
We got to
to.
find a femdom. Yeah. But they said you could begin by finding a trusted financial partner and then introducing a financial element into your sex life. For an example, it says, okay, honey, I'm going to give you 20% of my income, and I need you to buy sexy presents for us. That's how you can begin having that kind of play. Okay. Y'all can send me some money.
Send me $500 every week.
Every week. I'm okay with that.
Don't ask what it's for. Just know you're handing the money over.
All right, here's another one. Okay, this one is not as crazy. We're going to go on some crazy ones, so make sure you guys don't go anywhere for the second half of the show.
Are we building up? We're going from like mild to extra spicy,
Yeah,
like they do on
we
Hot
are.
Ones?
Yeah, we don't want to go for the people's jugglers yet. We're going to give them a second. We're going to give them
Okay.
a second.
Okay.
All right.
We're going to
So
ease them into it.
Yeah. So this one is orgasm control, but is where you have control over your partner's release. You let them know when they cannot and can release that big O that they want to have. You stop it, you start it, you're in total control of it. That is a big one, and it's not as uncommon as people would think it is.
I feel like there's a lot of dudes that need to practice that.
You want them to
Facts.
practice that?
No, like
Yeah.
I want them to practice
Oh.
control.
Yes. You come when, is that appropriate? I guess so. When we tell you to, when I tell you to, not
Yes.
until you're not
until
allowed
I
yet.
say,
Yeah.
like that
Mhm.
Not
pumpkin
allowed
meme.
yet. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Y'all know the
right,
pumpkin meme I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Like, only when I say, God dang it.
Okay, now you can. Now you can.
Now
Now,
you
you're allowed.
Now you're
Yes.
allowed. All right. Here's another one. Blood play. We're going to start amping them up a
Ooh.
bit. Ooh.
Whose blood?
All right. Blood play is being aroused by blood, either by having your own brought to the surface or drawing it from your partner's body. A blood kink
Does it
might
also include menstruals?
It doesn't say so, but maybe that is definitely a kink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely is. But a blood kink might speak to people who are turned on by vampirism, or inflicting or receiving pain from their partners, sadist or a masochist. I went to a fetish show, and it was a vampire club in Philadelphia. This was in the 80s, I think it was, or maybe no, I think
80s
it was
or 90s, because I don't think that place has been around for a while.
90s. I will tell you, I walked in pretty much horrified. Number one, I saw the latex and I was like, ooh, number one, that was beautiful. I mean, major vampirism latex. And I saw people that were cutting their partners and like their neck and their arms and drinking their blood, like just sucking on it. And it was a vampire club. They had the hair. Some people had the fangs like actually permanently stuck to their teeth. Some had like these little fancy prickly knife things that they had like covered in like a little sheath as necklaces, and they pulled them out and cut their partners with. I personally found it, for me, it was a little bit too much for me to look at. I was brand new in understanding this kind of research.
Yeah, I got questions already.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Like, on a scale of like vampire to vampire, was it Lost Boys Blade, or was it like full on Hellraiser? I know Hellraiser ain't really vampires, but when you said leather, and I feel like it was that whole vibe from Hellraiser going on,
it
because there
didn't
were
have
razors.
it was a combo of all three. It was some extreme, like pinhead looking people there. I mean, like extreme cuttings going on. Then there was just some beautiful, sexy vampires in latex. I mean, it was a full club. It was scary, but it was so scary I could not stop watching it because I was fascinated.
Oh man, I'm gonna say all I'm gonna say is Radioland. If you don't understand what the Lost Boys, Blade, or Hellraiser is, go find you a Hulu, or Netflix, or Amazon Prime account. Go watch some movies. We're gonna go pay some bills, y'all. So stay with us. Go to the party, go get some drinks, and we'll be right back after this.
Welcome back to Brown Sugar Confessions on Power 1017. I hope you guys got your drinks, took your breaks, because we are about to get back into it. But before we do, make sure you come see all of our lovely faces on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to us there, subscribe to us on Facebook, subscribe to us on Instagram. You can listen to us on the radio. You can listen to us everywhere. So make sure you follow us. We will always be Brown Sugar Confessions. And if you have a question for Dr. Val directly, make sure you send her an email to Valerie, that's VALERIE, at Swan, SWAN, that's two N's, center.com, Valerie at swancenter.com. If you have a question that you would love to hear read live here on the radio, make sure you send us an email to brownsugarconfessions at gmail.com, and we will address your question, and we will make sure that one of us, or more importantly, Dr. Val, answers it for you. So what you got for us, Dr. Val?
Oh wait, but first, before Dr. Val gets to us, I got something to say. The
What
South
you
got
got to
something to
say?
say. So the South ain't really got something to say today, but England's got something to say. So I got a question for you guys. Has anybody ever complained to you about having loud sex?
That's a kink, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay, apparently that is a kink. Says this lady from Yorkshire's in England. She actually had received a plaint. So what happened was her neighbor, I guess, threw a note over her fence, and the note reads as this: if you're going to have animal sex in the middle of the day, please close your bloody windows.
Oh,
And that's how you know she is from England, because bloody windows. So at first she was like, oh my God, I can't believe my neighbors heard me, because clearly she was in her house. It was hot because this happened over the summer. And then she realized that there was a note that was tossed over her backyard fence, and she was like, oh my God, I can never leave my house again. And apparently, so she's a OnlyFans model. Loud folks, please be, if you are in a closed neighborhood, or in a neighborhood that with a lot of houses squashes together, please be mindful of your neighbors, especially if it's in the middle of the day. You don't know if there's a lot of people working from home. You don't know if they got kids. You may not care. Some people just don't care. So this is my question. Since we're talking about, am I the a-hole? Do you think she is the a-hole for being loud and having sex in the middle of the day?
listen, the
No.
last thing you ever want to do to me is tell me to be quiet, because that's when I get louder.
No, maybe the neighbor was an a-hole for listening for so long.
I mean, at this point,
how about close your window, ma'am?
but here's the thing: what if
Exactly.
the windows were closed and she still heard her?
Oh, well, then go to another room. Let this woman live her best life with her lover.
I don't know, man. It's kind of rough, because I'd be thinking like, dang, but do I really want to hear my neighbor at this point? But maybe, like, if I was one of those people who was like a content creator, I would just start making like content out of it, like music and stuff,
There you
based
go.
on like my neighbor's moans. Listen, if I gotta listen to you, you about to listen to me, god dang it.
But that is a kink though.
That
It
is
has
very
a
much a
name
kink.
to it. I forgot the name, but it is actually a big kink where people get off on sounds.
audio
Sound
something
kink.
or odo something.
I'm just going to talk about some crazy kinks. Can we go? Can we go?
Like, how far are we pushing the
We're
envelope?
gonna push
we
the
just went
envelope.
all the
Oh
way
my
already.
God! I
Are
know
we
they're-
turning it up? Are we
we're
getting
gonna turn
spicy
it up.
now?
Yeah, we're gonna get real
It's
spicy.
the chisme getting hot.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about some things here, some really extreme kinks right now.
All right.
Get your kinks out the room. Don't judge me. I'm just reading them off. You guys
Judge your
do you.
mama.
Yes. Do you be safe? You know what we say, play safe and stay safe. These are extreme kinks. We're just going to talk about them. I'm going to put some trigger warnings out.
One of y'all got these kinks, so let's just be honest.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of
Somebody
people
out here in Radio Land's got this kink. And if you got this kink, you can always confess to us here at brownsugarconfessions@gmail.com. We're just gonna put it out there.
Tell.
We won't tell your name, but if you
We
tell us
won't
what your
tell.
kink is, we will talk about it.
Yes. So the fetish for disfigurement and or permanently bodily, everyone stop breathing. Some submissives get turned on at the thought of being permanently disfigured by their doms. It's consent play where the sub is saying, this is what I want. I want to be disfigured. Yeah, no one's breathing on that.
That sounds like some Hannibal Lecter stuff. What?
Yeah.
That
sounds like the beginning of a horror movie.
Yes, it does.
That is the beginning of. That's how smut films get made.
Yeah, that's extreme.
Like,
I think I saw a movie about that. Yeah.
Like, hey, baby,
and it
I
was not
just
a
want
pleasant
you to
one.
just like take off one of my fingers, and then next thing you know, that's the end of the movie.
Whoo, the next one. Again, warning, extreme. The fetish of being an amputee.
Ain't that kind of like the same as the last one?
No, this is an amputee. It's a sexual attraction to amputees, and it's actually a very common fetish.
Really?
So yes, apparently you want to be with an amputee, and we're going to put these
I mean, everybody
out on the
needs
website.
Love.
Huh?
I mean, everybody needs love.
Everyone needs love. It's not about you're an amputee and you fall in love. No, you're seeking out only
for like sexual satisfaction.
Yes. We're not talking about just, you're seeking only wanting to be with an amputee. It is a fetish. Some people even desire to be amputated, as we talked about in the first one. Mental health is real. Go see a psychiatrist. That's all I'm going to say. Just go talk to somebody, because some of these are extreme. But Yale. So let's talk about the next one. Highly. It's called bug chasing. Bug chasing.
Wait. Okay, no, I'm sorry.
So we're chasing ants around the house.
Or
and that's a fetish?
We chasing cockroaches?
No.
I didn't want to say that word because that actually makes me ugh.
Bug chasing is when an HIV negative person seeks HIV. Bug chasing.
Wait. Hold. Wait. What?
I've never heard of it. Never. I've never heard of it.
So somebody who doesn't have
please don't
the HIVs is looking
that.
for somebody who is positive.
Yes.
What?
Yes. And
so
it
people
says
who have death wishes or not. I guess, people live long lives now with HIV. Okay, I get it. But, many people do not want to get it. And when you choose to get it, you're now increasing your chances of giving it to someone else. What?
I've never heard of it. Yeah, that's one I've never heard of, called bug chasing.
Y'all be safe out here. Mental health is real.
Please.
We do not condone bug chasing.
Not at all. I'm going to continue reading it, because that one's like, whoa.
Wrap it up, everybody, please.
Many experts say bug chasing is formed out of a fear of HIV, an offshoot itself of a phobia. But when the fear gets too paralyzing, we realize folks develop a fetish for getting it to alleviate the fear. So you have a fear of it. You seek it out to get over the fear. I don't buy it. I'm not a psychiatrist. I've never heard of it. I don't condone it, but it is what it is. Okay. We're going to keep it stepping. That's a weird one.
Yes, keep going. That one's
that's I told y'all that's rough.
Yeah, that was a little up there. That I don't know. I feel like we can get spicier though.
Oh, we're gonna go there. Okay. The fetish for touching someone in their sleep.
Oh, that's
Now,
creepy.
that's creepy, right? It's an arousal from intruding on a stranger sleeping or
Stranger.
yes, a
Stranger danger.
stranger, or waking someone up by touching them sexually. Because
Oh,
There's a
consent
name
can't be
for that.
given when you're asleep.
right.
I was gonna
You
say that
know,
there's a name for
That's
that.
rule breaking.
molestation, rape, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yes.
that's rule breaking right
Yes.
there.
It's molestation, it's sexual abuse. Go see a psychiatrist. This is, like I said, these are extreme things.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to keep it moving. The fetish, I can pronounce this one correctly, necrophilia.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
know this one.
Yes, you do. It's
There's
a
a whole movie
fetish.
based on this one.
Yes, for wanting to be with a corpse. It's a thing.
That's
That's
also
a,
a consent thing.
That's
Y'all,
also
consent
an
is very
illegal
real.
thing.
yeah.
That's an illegal thing. So you know.
And a lot of these are illegal. A lot of these are definitely illegal. If you break them down, a lot of them are illegal. Here's what I never thought of. I didn't even hear this one either. My eyes were wide open when I started searching this. It was actually on a research site where I got these from the latest research that was done. I don't know if they're brand new or just I don't know. But it's called a crush fetish. Okay.
Crush fetish?
Crush, yes.
Like,
What?
So trigger
we like them crush, or we're going to crush things?
trigger warning. Okay.
I'm not a player. I just crush a lot.
What you going to be crushing? Well, a crush fetish, for an example, and again, it's illegal, is when you want to see someone in high heel shoes crush something.
I knew
It's
it.
normally an animal or an
Oh.
insect. Yes, close your mouths. Yes.
Oh, I thought we were crushing body parts.
No, that's well, you can
Yeah,
also crush that as
actually
well.
sounds like fun, but you know, yeah. Now I don't know about bugs
And some people call it
animals.
animal snuff films. I never heard of that.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is, I hope we don't get pulled for this one.
Y'all, we don't
I ain't make it up.
crushing the animals. Don't crush the animals.
Yeah,
Please
please
don't.
leave the animals out of this. They did not ask for this.
Right.
They cannot provide consent. Leave them out of this.
Right. They
please.
can't if it can't provide consent, it is not a quit.
Okay. The next one. Whew. They can get their satisfaction off TikTok with this one. I'm gonna tell you straight up because I've seen enough of these. I don't even know how to pronounce the word. There is a fetish. It's called climacoophilia. Is a sexual arousal from watching someone fall down a flight of stairs or falling downstairs.
What? You know what this stemmed from? I can tell you what this stemmed from. That whole crate challenge. That's what this came from. When the people were on them crates and started falling off of them things. Crate challenge. That's what that came from.
I've never in my life heard of
you even make a determination. Like I get it. Like it could be
like I get off of watching people getting Sparta kicked down the stairs. That's terrible.
It's a whole thing of being thrown down a flight of stairs or falling.
First of all, that ain't nothing but a bunch of doms. That's some terrible stuff. Just a bunch of sadists.
Wait, you giving doms bad names. I don't know what that is.
This is why nobody likes doms.
This is really giving the kink community a bad rep. This is not, like I said, this is like 1% of the community. Okay, don't go crazy out there.
I hope this isn't 1%. I hope this is like 0.3%.
Okay, 0.3. I'll give it that 0.3.
No,
0.1.
0.3. No, 0.03.
0.03. Okay.
Yes.
0.03% of the kink community is what we're reading off tonight. So don't come after me, kinkers. This is not the normal kinks. Okay.
Yeah, these ain't your normal kinks here.
Yeah, these are super extreme, and we're not laughing, but we are laughing because it's
listen, if you come across somebody with these type of kinks, you should probably run. Well, we do not condone people doing these kinks, especially because some of them are on the borderline of consent. Y'all, please stay safe and play safe.
Please.
Consent is key.
Consent is key.
Consent.
If you did not give consent, you should run, and if you can't run, you should fight. I'm not
Yes.
gonna. That's all I'm gonna say.
Do not do it. We don't condone any of these. We don't even know it. I can't even pronounce the words. I have to describe them. I've never heard of this before
She works
in
in
my
the
life.
field and she's having trouble pronouncing it. That
I
should
am
say
like,
something.
I've never heard of this. Jesus Christ. What are these crazy kinks
There's
people
something
have?
new coming every day.
Now, there is one called trampling.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about say this one, but please explain this one.
Yes, is when you have the kink where you want something, you're buried and you want someone to trample over top of you or an object to trample over you.
Wait, what? Okay, because I was thinking this was something completely different. I thought this actually involved trampolines.
Oh no. No, trampling is when you want something that's going to trample over your body.
Oh my
Run over
god.
you. Yes. I was again doing research. This is not decades ago, years and years ago in Eastern Europe. And I actually witnessed one of those, and it was again really for me disturbing. And I'll share with you guys what I saw, and you guys can tell me how disturbing you thought I was for even
Hold
going.
on, let me pick up my drink again. All right, let's go.
Is it alcoholic?
I'm not gonna say what's in here.
Okay, don't say it, but yes, suck on that drink there.
This is my comfort right here.
Woo! Because when I went, so it was a married couple and he was into trampling. The only way that he could get off was he would have his wife dig use a backhoe. He had a big hole dug out in his hoist pasture. You know, he would lay in this hole. He would put a helmet on and other things to protect his head. I think he didn't have a cushion plate on, but he had like foam on his chest. And then he had his wife bury him with his head out. She would then get the horses out of the stable and take the horses and trample them back and forth over.
Oh, this is a rich person's kink.
This
This is a rich person's kink. First of all, this is a rich person's kink because there are horses involved. Don't no common person ever own one iota of a horse unless they're into agriculture. And even in agriculture, you gotta have money. Nah. And there's a backhoe. This person is getting buried.
They got special equipment involved. They
Right.
This couple did.
How deep was that hole? It had to be at least three foot deep.
I would have said at least 2 to 3 feet deep, easily. And she just took the horses and just, I think there was one, and then she put out 2. They just trampled him, not his head, but she would guide them, and they would just go back and forth over his body.
See, this is why you can't have too much money, because then you get bored and then you start doing weird stuff like letting people's getting buried in your own backyard and letting your horses run over you.
It's, you know what?
Yeah.
None of, like I said, these are some really extreme kinks. We don't, like I said, I don't even know what they are. The crush fetish really got me.
I'm mad at the fact that these people, this is why I'm like, this is rich people stuff. They're bored.
I don't
They're
know.
bored.
All right. So we know a person that had this fetish. We just saw it on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Vorophilia, I think is how you pronounce it, is
Spell
when you
it?
get turned VORAREPHILIA, is when you get turned on at the idea of eating another person's body parts or being eaten.
Oh.
You
Oh,
have
I
heard of it
remember
more
that.
common as cannibalism. I think a lot of us, we watch Jeffrey Dahmer on Netflix.
Mhm.
Yes, that is also that don't do it. Don't be eating nobody.
We don't
Just,
condone that. We do not condone that.
no.
You can't get actual diseases from eating human flesh.
Exactly. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
No.
It don't
No.
taste like pork.
No. Oh my God.
Wait
All
a
right.
minute. Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, y'all never heard that? So if anybody ever ask you, do you want long pig? Say no. Because
why?
and this is very dark. I'm gonna just throw it out there.
We're already in the rabbit hole. We might as well
We're already down there. So apparently humans, if you take off our hands and our feet and our head, we look like long pigs
We do.
when you cut us up. So if anybody asks you for long pig, you say no. Just throwing that out there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Things
yeah.
I'm not ready for on Brown Sugar Confessions tonight.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
if anybody
God.
says you're into vorophilia, whatever that is called, you say no.
Just say no to long pig.
Say no to long pig and say no to rapapilia, whatever that was.
Jesus Christ, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Oh,
Say no, and just remember consent is everything.
you know what? I don't know why I just went here. Because you talked about long pig. You guys know I was in Peru last week, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't know why my mind went there. And
You ate a lot of pork out there?
no, they serve guinea pig.
Guinea pig is a thing down there. I do know that.
It's a big thing. It's very common. You know, I don't judge you because I eat rabbit, right? I don't mind eating rabbit. My granddaughter had a guinea pig.
But you know what that is, right?
No.
That's anthropomorphism.
What is that?
So anthropomorphism is when we put human traits onto a non-human thing.
Oh,
so that's so it's also the what we call the quote unquote cute factor. So that's why a lot of people have issues with eating like super cute looking things like rabbits and squirrels and cats and dogs and cows and guinea pigs, because they've put their traits onto that thing. So it's like, oh, I can't eat this. It's like me.
Yes. Yeah. I had that
even when it's not like you.
I had it with the guinea pig. I saw it, and when they served it, you know, and it's everywhere in Peru, right? We were in Cusco and Lima. It's all over. And you know, don't judge people what they eat. You know, I didn't taste it. I tasted like everything else they had on the menu, but I was like, I can't do it. And the reason I couldn't do it because when they served it at this restaurant, it had like a little hat on it. And
that's not funny.
and I
did it have a flag too?
No, but it had a hat, and I was like, I can't.
Yeah, I don't want to eat anything with a hat on it.
It had a hat on its little head, and his ears were sticking up. I couldn't. If maybe they didn't have the hat, I would have tasted a piece of it.
Wait. Did they have the whole thing, like the head and everything with the hat? And the hat was tipped to the side.
No, it did not have a lean to the hat. It was straight up like a little knitted or llama cap. I don't even know. I'm going to put the picture on you. I'm not judging. I love Peru. I would go back.
Show us a picture. Please show us a picture.
And for me, it was the little crocheted hat that I could not get past on this. And it was a full guinea pig that was serving. And
I love it.
And my husband were like, it's the hat. It's the hat for me.
It's the hat.
It was the hat. Now we did try llama.
How was it?
Alpaca. I don't know why we're going to a fetish of food, but
because and honestly, because I know people who actually have llamas and alpacas on their farms.
Yeah. Well, you can eat them.
Those are like some of the most angriest things ever. I wouldn't mind eating one of them.
They are so sweet. Wow. Are you nuts? They are sweet.
Sweet to who?
I was rubbing all over this daggone little alpaca.
Oh, he must have been highly domesticated. Did he have a hat too?
No. He had two beautiful Peruvian ladies carrying him around. No, he didn't have a hat on. Well, he did have some jingles on, but he was so cute. I have pictures of me with this baby.
But he was a baby. That's how you know he was nice. He was a baby.
He was.
Because when they're older, they are evil.
They were not evil. They must have been domesticated. These were friendly little animals. You guys know what? Before we go to the very last extreme kink, I want to go back to the one vorophilia. I think I'm saying it correctly. I don't even know. I think I am. It's VORAREPHILIA. Is that vorophilia?
Vorophilia. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Okay. So, because there's a whole story behind this one. I'm going to read this one because it's kind of interesting. It became a really big sensation from the Rottenberg cannibal. It wasn't even Jeffrey Dahmer. It was Rottenberg cannibal. Armin, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he was a master butcher in Germany. He ran a cannibalism fetish site out of his home in Rottenberg, Germany. In 2001, he placed an ad for a willing volunteer, a well-built 18 to 30-year-old to be slaughtered and then consumed.
Oh, wait, I've heard about that dude.
Wow. Yeah, I had not. This is a whole nother.
I heard about him. He was on an episode of Serial Killers. Dang.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me finish reading. Several folks reported expressed interest, but backed out the last minute. But a young man, his name was Bernd Jurgen, from Berlin, answered, "Yes, I will be happy to be that person for your consumption." I guess it was. Okay. The master butcher, he filmed their meeting, and he also filmed the gentleman's demise. The butcher cut off the young man's his eggplant. Thank you. Cooked it with salt, pepper, wine, and garlic.
Oh boy.
The best.
It gets kinkier. They both ate it. So
yeah,
the guy was
still
alive.
That
he
guy
was still alive. And they both ate his eggplant. I had dinner. It's coming back up in my mouth.
I totally remember hearing about this.
Woo!
I forgot about that until now. Damn.
Then the butcher stabbed the guy in the neck and then hung his body on a meat hook.
Wait a minute. Wait. So I'm
I know.
So he was alive. He let him eat his own thing.
Yes, they both ate his thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's wow.
Yeah. I had to go back and finish the story. But now you see why I had to go back, because I'm like, oh, this is worse than Dahmer.
Totally forgot
and worse,
about that,
they're
dude.
Just both disgusting. But wow. Over the next 10 months, right? This guy's meat.
He was eating off that
in
dude.
The butcher shop. And he was eating on it. He ate 44 pounds of this guy's flesh. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. The footage is not out for the public to view. However, the butcher was sentenced to life in prison. Thank you, God.
Yeah. Because I think also part of the video footage was supposed to act as a consent. So he's like, yeah, I did this, but he said I could. Exactly.
That was his defense. It was
no one cares.
Nobody cares. But that was like, wow, I had to go back and finish that one up, because I'm like, oh, people need to know about this. Y'all, take care out there in this world.
I mean, consent is everything. We here at Brown Sugar Confessions, we are all about consent, but also consent and reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, reason too.
Reason.
Yeah, that wasn't a consent issue. I mean, perhaps, I don't know. There's that one's murky in terms of consent. So, but there's things that just shouldn't be. There's lines we should not cross as human beings, as thinking philosophical creatures. We should not be participating in eating one another, even with permission. I don't think it's a good practice. It's one of those things that even with permission, we could start going into some really dark, unnecessary directions. So I'm one to not kink shame, but this is one that I have to say that we should, as human beings, try our best to stay away from. But
long pig.
I feel the same way with you, KD, is that I don't want to kink shame anybody, but then I might be kink shaming on this one, because you need to see a psychiatrist. All right, here's the very last one. All right, and I saved this one for last.
She said it was the last one, but we know it ain't the last one.
No, it really is the last one. I can't do any more of these. It's just, they're too kinky even for me. All right, zoophilia is an arousal for non-human animals, which is dogs, cats, sheep, etc., etc.
Non-human animals.
That's what they call it. Non-human animals.
Human animals.
Right. That's what it's called. Right.
So what are the human animals then? I don't. Just humans.
I guess it's us humans. I don't know. Maybe it's. What did you call it? Long something? No. What did you call
pigs?
It? Yeah, long pigs. Maybe we're long pigs.
The long pigs are human animals.
I don't know the long pigs. Maybe we're long pigs. That should be what we are. All right. So it's the sexual arousal, and desire to have sex with animals. So there's a story behind this one, which kind of made
course.
this famous, of course. I'm just
Mhm.
going to go there a little bit with this story. So there was a young male named Peter Schaeffers, Shaffers, and Alan Strange, Strang.
Of course.
They displayed zoophilia for horses. Video that was put out around the 2000s that circulated on the dark web. No, I have not looked it up. I'm only reading the crib note versions. Okay, people. All right.
All right.
All right. Whew. And it was apparently a viral video that went out. This viral video that was taken of Kenneth Pinyan of Washington, who was getting anally penetrated by a horse.
Oh no.
Oh,
And his
okay.
hubby, his partners, buddies, this guy's Kenneth's buddies, nicknamed the horse Big Eggplant. Mhm.
Oh.
Okie doke.
So
I mean,
the
because
video,
they do have big eggplants.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
Very
video
standard on
circled,
horse.
the internet in the 2000s. And Mr. Pinyan, he died shortly after the encounter
They're not
due
gentle.
to
Wait a
acute.
minute. Shortly after.
Yeah,
Wait,
they're
after
not
the
gentle. Have
encounter.
y'all ever seen horses get down?
Yeah, it ain't nothing romantic. It's no strawberries and
That's why I'm
champagne.
like, why would he allow this to happen? But people are strange sometimes.
The article says that due to acute peritonitis resulting from preparation of the sigmoid
bowels.
colon
Uh-huh.
during anal intercourse with a horse. Basically, it killed him.
Yeah.
Well, on that note,
Yeah.
I think we have done our duty going over extreme kinks from Brown Sugar tonight. It was a crazy ride. And by now, right? If any of these kinks you kind of felt a little attraction to, please go see a psychiatrist. I am not one. I can refer you to a psychiatrist because these kinks are deadly and dangerous. So that's what I want to say as we knock out this show. But I hope you guys, I don't want to say had fun, but I hope that you were that you learned something.
I was definitely
about
educated
it. Was definitely
Yeah.
and
educational.
reminded of some things that I totally put in the back recesses of my head.
Y'all know we're going to get so much trouble behind this show tonight. Thank God our time is up. Because I got 10 more that are even worse than the ones I
Oh wait,
went
so there's a
down.
part 2 coming up.
We might
Yes,
have to do
there's
we
a
might have
part
to finish this one
2.
up. Yes. Yes.
It's horrible. It's disgusting.
Let's do it.
Oh, well, listen, I know you guys are probably as throwing up in your mouth as I am right now behind tonight's show. Hey, we entertained y'all and we educated you. I'm a little traumatized myself by some of these kinks. You know what? Yeah, we are judging. Do 99% of them. We are saying,
we are
see
very
somebody.
much about
Don't do 'em.
consent. If you're in the kink community, consent is everything.
Consent and legal. Please, let's keep it there.
Yeah.
All right, you know what we say, and this is more important than ever. Stay safe and play safe out there, ladies and gents. We are Brown Sugar Confessions, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye for now. Thanks for listening to another episode of Brown Sugar Confessions on Power 1017. Go to our Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram page at Brown Sugar Confessions to like, share, and follow. Stay safe and play safe. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.